Welcome back to Learning Language with Mrs. Lindsay. Our lesson will be on elements of a story, and we will be focusing on conflict and resolution. What is conflict or problem? Every story must have a conflict. A conflict or problem is the situation that the main character is faced with and tries to solve. A conflict does not always have to be between two people. A conflict can be between a person and themselves, or a conflict can also be between a person and nature. For example, someone trapped in an earthquake, or someone experiencing a hurricane. Let's look at an example of a story where a conflict is present. Alex and Scott are out at sea on a small fishing boat when a large storm hits. After their boat flips over and sinks during the storm, Alex and Scott struggle to make it back to the shore. Just when they think that things can't get any worse, they see a shark fin circling them. Here, the characters Alex and Scott are facing a problem. They are stuck out at sea with no boat, and now they are surrounded by sharks. Resolution or conclusion. In almost every story, your problem or conflict must be solved. That means it must have a resolution. A resolution is the end of the story, and it shows how the conflict was solved. Let's look at how the conflict is solved in the story we just read. At what seemed to be their darkest and scariest moment, hope arrived. Out of nowhere, a Coast Guard spots Alex and Scott in the water and hurries to rescue them from the deadly jaws of the sharks. He throws out a rope and draws the two friends into the boat. We see that here, in this story, the conflict was that Alex and Scott were stranded out at sea with no help, and they were surrounded by sharks. Then, the resolution or the solution to their problem is that a Coast Guard came and rescued them from the jaws of the sharks. Remember that every story must have a conflict and a resolution. You must have a problem, and then you must solve the problem in your story. That's it for this lesson. See you next time.